Welcome, wrestling fans, for listening to this podcast of the Wrestling News episode number 10. Wow, number 10 already. And I'm your host, Team Rai Rai. And I have a lot of stuff to discuss about the Rumble, which just took place last Sunday. The CM Punk WrestleMania, Daniel Bryan, the Triple H, Batista, Christian, and TNA. Now, I'm not going in the order, okay? So bear with me, okay, my wrestling fans. But first, I want to discuss about the Royal Rumble. And overall, it was not a very good pay-per-view. I know Wrestling Gurus, I review it, and I give it a good review, and I'm still gonna buy the Blu-ray or DVD, whatever's available in the United States. And I think the cover looks very, very awesome from my point of view. You cannot really tell. They didn't really ruin the cover like they usually do, and I hate that from WWE, but it's what it is, what it is. The W Network will be launched February 24th after Raw, so that's awesome. And I know a lot of people are going to subscribe to that. You know, they should have done, wrestling fans, they should have like a free trial. I'm sorry that I did not discuss this earlier before I start my podcast, but it just came to my head. So let me know, give me some feedback down below if you're gonna get the W Network right away when it launches, or you're gonna wait a while. Okay, other news. I'm gonna discuss about the Rumble again. I really enjoy it. Some of it, some things are kind of lame. It was kind of great to see the new Age Outlaws become the new tag team champions. Of course, the future Hall of Famers. I'm not too sure when, but it will take place sooner or later. Okay, let me read this article, then you can give me your feedback when I'm all done. Okay, CM Punk was the first man in the Royal Rumble match last Sunday. Survive almost an hour. That's awesome. I thought he was going to win this whole damn thing. Before being eliminated late by Kane. Really, Kane? I know they had a little beef, recently on Raw and other stuff. Who had already been eliminated from the match and was on a collision course to face Triple H at WrestleMania 30. Because if you guys pay attention, around I think December, when they have the awards, the W awards, and then people are fighting like HBK got involved, Triple H got involved, CM Punk got involved, Daniel Bryan. You guys know what I'm saying. If not, look it up on the internet. Um, let's say here that comes undone Monday night in Cleveland when Punk told WWE owner Vince McMahon he was leaving and not coming back. I made a podcast on that recently, so check that out. Now, last time AK quit or left or whatever, it was 2011. His W contract is going to expire, and that was a great storyline. But this case, it's not a storyline. I guess it's the real deal. He took his ball and ran with it like Austin did back in the day, and all that stuff. But I don't get it. It's not on the official W website, so I don't know what to believe. The stuff that people have been discussing on YouTube, the websites, and other good stuff. The only really websites out there are W.com. That's a legit thing. So this might be all, I can't really describe it. So I don't know. And I know March 3rd, Raw will be in Chicago, Illinois. So, and another thing is June 1st, will be the return of, once again, Payback. And that's the whole time of CM Punk. And same thing for March 3rd. And I'm going to be at the March 3rd event at Raw. And that's the road to WrestleMania. Okay, Punk already had made it clear he was not going to renew his contract, which was set to expire in July. Many close to Punk claim he saved his money and did not live an over-the-top lifestyle like John Cena. You saw that on the House of Total Divas. He has a beautiful house and all these famous people like the top guys. Probably even Edge has a beautiful house, but kind of good that Punk save his money, you know. And what else it says? He does not need to continue to wrestle for a living. That's good. Don't be like Hogan did in the past, you know. Wrestle week after week, pay-per-view after pay-per-view, and that's why Hogan is in that predicament right now. And that is not good, you know. You only live once, you know what I'm saying, my viewers? You only live once. What else says? Continue to wrestle for a living and can take as much time off as he likes. The direction of the WWE storyline has been the final straw for Punk, as for the third year in a row, a part-time wrestler, in this case, Batista. Now, I have no problem Batista making his return to the WWE. You know, he came back January 20th. A lot of people were very, very happy. Batista back and all that other stuff, wrestling fans. But listen to this. Is coming back to getting a main event spot at WrestleMania. The WWE has pulled Punk from adventures for all shows going forward for his match against Triple H and Mania. Very well could now be Triple H versus the crowd drawing Daniel Bryan. You know, we never saw Daniel Bryan versus Triple H match. We did saw we did see a CM Punk versus Triple H match back in the day at Night of Champions. So why do you want to renew their history? I mean, no freaking sense. But I'm kind of glad for Daniel Bryan versus Triple H because Daniel Bryan is so freaking over. And another thing is, I'm not too sure if you heard this. When CM Punk was at a Comic-Con in Portland, Oregon recently, he says that it's Daniel Bryan's time, and CM Punk has his time back in 2011. That was the summer of Punk, and that was a great time to watch CM Punk. And plus, his long title run. A lot of people didn't like his long title run. I loved it, you know. I know he hardly defended it. I know only pay-per-view wise, but on Raw, that's not the case. But you might have a different opinion, my viewers. Okay. Now, it should be noted that it was 2.5 years ago that Punk won the WWE title from John Cena, like I discussed that a few minutes ago. On the same night, he allegation of quitting, and last year he was threatening to quit just before WrestleMania. Wow, that's the first I heard of it. This could all be a show. Like I said earlier, it could be a big old storyline, or it could be all could be very real. I think it's all a big storyline. They want wrestling fans like me and yourself to discuss it, because right now there's nothing really discussed right now currently. I know the road to WrestleMania, but in this big storyline or real deal, there's a big thing going right now in WWE wrestling world. You know what I'm saying? Okay, other news. The world is Christian is attempting a fill in the fill in for the Elimination Chamber, the final spot. Now, the reason Christian, they put him in the chamber because he recently came back on the programming, on SmackDown. Why the hell didn't I put him on Raw? And that'll be a great oh my gosh moment, holy shit moment. But no, let's say like this past Monday, say Christian has come back this Friday night on SmackDown. Don't forget to watch it. You know what I'm saying? You really think wrestling fans are really gonna watch SmackDown just because Christian's gonna come back? In Daniel Bryan's words, no, no, no. I mean, I still watch it, but I didn't watch it when it aired at 7 o'clock my time. I think Central Time? Yeah, Central Time. I mean, I love Christian. He's a future Hall of Famer. But does he really need another title shot? That's the case. I don't know. Wrestling fans, I'd like to hear your feedback down below. I think they just put him in there just because they had no one else to fill the spots. Okay, other news, former WWE star MVP has been back on the main wrestling world, like WWE and TNA. And by this case, he went to TNA, and he's a mystery investor or whatever. I don't know how this is going to play out with TNA. I don't know if MVP is going to have a big role in TNA. I'm not really too sure because I don't follow TNA as much. And the other good stuff. And I thought MVP is copyrighted by WWE. I guess MVP has his a name he could use in any company, or maybe that's his real name. I mean, I don't understand it sometimes because I thought when you leave WWE you cannot use that because that's WWE copyright name. You know what I'm saying? So will someone tell me what's the deal with that? Okay, other news. I want to discuss this really shortly. I'm not too sure if you heard this or not. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna get to this stupid website. Okay, other news. Probably you heard this already, but I want to discuss in my podcast. Possible a raw. Oh my gosh, hold on. Hold on, the stupid computer is. Hold on, you gotta apologize. I mean, you gotta accept my apology, wrestling fans. But I gotta open this tablet. Okay, possibility raw role for Sting, WWE creator, continuing or whatever that damn word is. Several big WrestleMania 30 matches. Okay, I'm just gonna discuss this. Okay, the latest on Sting is that he still has not signed but the general feeling is that it's a foregone concern that he is going in while he's not expecting to be rushed. That's a good sign into a match at WrestleMania 30. Is that the working idea right now is for Sting to possible be the new general manager of Raw. What's your thoughts, wrestling gurus? You like it, dislike it, pissed off? You think this is an awful idea? I think this would be a great idea. And maybe he'll call out The Undertaker, and maybe, just maybe, wrestling fans, they'll have a match at the next pay-per-view, or maybe at next year WrestleMania 31. So what's your thoughts, wrestling gurus? Are you guys kind of bummed out that they're not going to rush Sting to appear at WrestleMania 30? Or maybe Sting might make an appearance after WrestleMania, because usually after WrestleMania, people want to tune in and say, who's going to make an appearance? Who's going to have a holy shit moment? Like, I'll give you an example. when it was the return of Brock Lesnar after, I think it was WrestleMania 28, I think, and P was marking out. Of course, John Cena was cutting our promo. I was marking out, you know. I didn't expect to see Lesnar at the time. I know people was discussing on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and sometimes you cannot really believe in the freaking rumors. You know what I'm saying? So you just gotta see when you believe it with your own eyes. And I was marking out. Too bad that John Cena and Brock Lesnar did not have more matches. They only had one match at Extreme Rules. I know back in the day they had a match at Backlash '03. That's when John Cena was a rookie and Brock Lesnar was top of the game. I think it was WWE champion, and that was a good feud. John Cena was a rapper. I wish he was back with that gimmick. Or I think John Cena need a new. I think WWE needs to repackage John Cena. John Cena's gimmick right now is very, very stale. And a lot of wrestling fans will agree with me. But will he ever turn heel? In Daniel Bryan's words, no, no, no. WWE is too chicken shit to do it. They don't pull the trigger to do it. And I know they could do it if they really have great creators team. They did it with Hogan back in the day when they first debuted the NWO at the Bash of the Beach. So if they could do it back in the day, they could do it right now. But whatever, you know what I'm saying? But I love your feedback, all the information I give you, and all the good stuff. I was at Money Bank 2011, and I know my friend named Kevin. He's in the Chicago area. Did not attend to the event. I know he was kind of disappointed, and maybe we'll see the return. Hopefully sooner or later. Mickey James. I know she's doing her concert stuff once in a blue moon. My friend named Fort Myers Project saw her live at a concert. I'm not too sure if he met her or not. And he's a big fan of Christian. Um, we all know Christian will be in the Hall of Fame. I'm not too sure if CM Punk will be in the Hall of Fame now because right now he's on bad terms with WWE. He just left the company and just took the ball and ran with it. But maybe down the road, CM Punk and McMahon could patch things up. Hopefully, because he's a future Hall of Famer. He should be in the Hall of Fame. And other guys should be in the Hall of Fame already. Jake the Snake Roberts in the Hall of Fame already. Warriors in the Hall of Fame. We'll find out more inductees will be in 2014. And who will induct Jake the Snake Roberts? Who will induct the Warrior? I don't know. Probably we'll find out when the whole class is all filled. So I know some people are going to Extreme Rules because it's in Seattle, Washington, and they think in their eyes Daniel Bryan will become the World Heavyweight Champion in his hometown. It might happen, it may not. So Steven Breach, Freaky Yaya, and Justin, I think, are going to that pay-per-view. I've never been to Seattle. Hopefully in the near future I'll go there. That'd be freaking awesome. And I think they're gonna meet Alex Larson, or your case, Edge is the best one. And all good stuff. And it's the former home of the Seattle Seahawks. I'm sorry, I cannot botch it. The former home of the Seattle Supersonics. It's the same arena, Key Arena. I wish the Seattle Sonics were there, but now they're in Thunder, Oklahoma. I know this had nothing to do with wrestling, but I'm getting off subject here. I think Batista just came back for the money. He's money hungry, and he's gonna be here. I think about 2-year deal, and he's gonna be gone. Just like The Rock. We have not seen The Rock since WrestleMania 29. I think The Rock will make an appearance again, but we don't know when. That's about it. I love Daniel Bryan. I think WWE wants a yes chant. Maybe his hometown around for Extreme Rules. If they can't get WrestleMania 30, the next big thing is at the Extreme Rules in Seattle, Washington. That'd be a perfect place to end this whole storyline between Daniel Bryan and Randy Orton, or if Randy Orton's gonna hold the damn belt that long, hopefully not. I think Orton is a freaking boring son of a gun, and whoever comes out of the Elimination Chamber, I give them props, Hopefully it's a good one, I know it's only one Elimination Chamber this year. I know a lot of people are bummed out because whatever. Another thing is, why the hell WWE did not drop one belt already, I know Randy Orton won the greatest match in WWE eyes, the TLC match. The two belts on the line, and he won that match. And at the Rumble, he's still holding them. And the Raw, SmackDown, blah 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 blah. Come on, WWE, get with the program. Are you gonna let Orton keep both belts, or are you gonna drop the one of the belts and just keep it for the showcase? Put in your museum, or what the freaking do with two freaking belts? You guys could do just hold one belt backstage or whatever, or if you decided to put the other belt back on SmackDown again, and that whole the world or WWE belt was a total waste of time for the TLC they just had this past December. So that's all I'm gonna say. I love your feedback to whoever's listening, and I catch you later on the flip side. And this is your host with the most, Team Rai. Thanks for listening. I'm out here.